Traveling to space is admittedly extremely expensive, but luckily there is a company that is planning on launching a program, a hotel, that will allow you to spend some time in space for a fraction of previous costs. Now, it'll cost only about $10 million, but here is what we know so far about a project that is possibly going to launch in the next 4 years. It's billed as the world's first luxury space hotel. It's known as Aurora Station, and it was announced at the Space 2.0 Summit in San Jose, California. So there is an image of what it would look like. Honestly, I have no interest in that.
No. Yeah, like that guy looks like he's going down a drain. Like that doesn't look fun, and he looks like he's in an awkward position. But Aurora is gonna love this.
He's all over it.
Yeah. Well, you guys, the hotel will orbit Earth every 90 minutes, which means guests will see around 16 sunrises and sunsets every 24 hours.
I'll wait.
That's
and
pretty cool.
See them here.
But you're never gonna get any sleep.
I'm never gonna get $10 million.
Right. The sun's up again.
Exactly.
Problem number one.
I know. I told John. He got really excited. I'm like, John, you're not gonna make $10 million in the entirety of your life.
You know who's gonna be at this hotel are all the Silicon Valley people that we were just talking about.
Right. Well, that's true. Yeah. And all the Trump voters will think like, no, I'm gonna get there, man. They better not take my, lower their estate tax, okay? Because I'm gonna use it on this.
Okay, so let me give you more details. It was developed by US-based space technology startup Orion Span, and it's a fully modular space station, and it will host 6 people at a time, including 2 crew members for 12-day trips of space travel. It plans to welcome its first guests in 2022. Now, you would have to go through a training program in order to do this because obviously the conditions in space are a little different from the conditions here on Earth. So you would be doing 3 months of training, and the 12 days will be spent in low orbit. You'll be about 200 miles above Earth's surface. And as Alona mentioned, the hotel will orbit Earth every 90 minutes, which means guests will see around 16 sunrises and sunsets every 24 hours.
Does that mean that that's why it's so expensive, is like one night at the hotel only lasts 90 minutes? And then you get another one, and another one, and another one.
Well, when you break it down that way, I mean, every night might only be $500,000.
Is it $9.5 million a person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so if you want to go as a couple, buckle up. So there's a lot that I love here. So they are also going to have you grow your own food there. I like the pretense of science. Like, I went up there because I wanted to grow food.
Do some research.
You know what? You can grow food in your backyard.
No. What I love about this is the people that can afford it have no interest in growing their own food. Like they will grow their own food here in the United States. They're not going to grow it, in space.
There's not a single person that can pay $9.5 million for this that doesn't have a gardener.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You'd think it would come with like a continental breakfast at least. 9.5 million clams.
And then, but my favorite part is, so they do a bunch of things like to make you feel like you're actually doing something real up there instead of a vanity project. But they give it away at the end because when you land, they do a fake hero's welcome for you when they all cheer. I'm serious. That's part of the package.
Oh my God.
Like
amazing.
If you hadn't lost me yet, and if I had the money and I wanted to light it on fire and all this, at the end they're like, you get a hero's welcome. I'm like, I'm out. That's so weird. You just exposed me for the fraud that I am.
You would hate a hero's welcome. Like in the beginning of a show where you walk in and everybody has to clap for you and there's a fog
I don't know
machine.
what you're talking about. Or when I land in Jamaica and everybody goes nuts because I'm Mr. Jamaica.
But you think of the clientele, the target clientele here.
Exactly.
They're gonna want that. You want to be, applauded. Brush your shoulders off for doing what? For paying $10 million to do something?
It sounds so boring.
Oh, that's
12 days. Have you ever gone to like a resort in the middle of nowhere for like 3 days and you're just like, oh my God, there's nothing to do. When I got married, we were like, where are we gonna go on our honeymoon? And I was like, should we go to like Bora Bora? Because that sounds fun. And people who'd been there are like, 2 days and you're pulling your hair out because there's nothing to do. You're in space, good luck.
Well, that's what I meant when I said I have no interest in this. I mean, you look at that capsule and there's no room. Yeah, exactly. I'd want to get off in 24 hours max. I couldn't spend more time on that.
Do they have pitch and putt in there?
Your drive went 9 billion miles.
No, I'm with, unless Xanax works in space, I can't do it. I'd get so anxious.
Obviously, let's call this what it is, Elysium. And I've already got the movie. I'll give this idea away for free for you guys. They go up there and then Earth blows up.
Oh.
And then they got to figure out a way to get to a new planet and they actually have to grow their food.
I was gonna go more like murder mystery, like you're stuck in this thing and somebody just goes crazy and starts killing everyone.
my God.
And you're in
Ooh,
the
that's good, too.
capsule.
Or
It's like
maybe-
a Get Out, but in space.
Or like an alien sneaks on board and then plants things inside your body. What you just watched was one of the videos that we do today, but we actually do a whole 2-hour show every single day. It's a podcast. You could watch it in video or listen to it as audio. You can download it, you can stream it, and you get it completely ad-free if you could become a member of the Young Turks. TYTnetwork.com/join.